Hello everyone, welcome back to Basketball Bricks, and today I thought I'd share with you my 5 most valuable and 5 least valuable LEGO Star Wars minifigures in my collection. And I should really quickly clarify, all of my prices are from brickset.com. Now, not only are LEGO Star Wars minifigures prices constantly changing, but it also varies from where you're purchasing them, so these prices aren't the most accurate thing in the world, but they're kind of like a basic idea of what they're worth. So let's get right into it. Alright, so let's get into my most expensive LEGO Star Wars minifigures in my collection. No, I'm absolutely not a minifigure collector, but I have managed to pick up the occasional gem here and there. The first of which is this original Boba Fett minifigure. Now, this minifigure has the current gray color, not the old gray color, and yes, those are two distinct minifigures. Now, this guy, I remember him being honestly like 20 bucks. That's how much I thought he was worth. I was pretty surprised to find out he's worth like 40 bucks nowadays. Of course, give or take, depends on where you want to get him. I've actually seen people on eBay trying to pass him off for like 75 bucks, which seems a little much, but either way, I was very surprised on how much this guy is worth, and it makes me very happy. This is also my favorite minifigure that I own, and he takes the number 5 spot. So at number 4, we have a nearly identical minifigure, and this is another old Boba Fett, except he has the old gray color, meaning he's just a little bit older and uses that retired color. If you didn't know, LEGO used to use a few different colors, and they used to now. I think they used a different brown, a different light gray, and a different dark gray. There might be one or two more, but that's, I think, the most common ones that I'm aware of. And this guy is in the old gray color. According to Brickset, this means he's about $5 to $10 more, so I valued him at around $45. Alright, so now we get into what I believe is a little bit more interesting territory. At number 3, you have the LEGO Star Wars Clone Trooper. This is the 442nd Battalion Trooper. This guy is worth around $55 to $60 in brand new condition. Now, this guy came out in 2005, and one of the reasons why he's so expensive because he is exclusive to the Wookiee Catacombs set. And this is also the only time that we got a 442nd Clone Trooper in LEGO ever. So he's a very unique minifigure, and that combined with his age and nostalgia is probably why he's worth so much nowadays. Alright, so next at number 2, we have the Minbin Stormtrooper from a recent TIE Fighter that came out in 2018. Now, this minifigure is one of my favorites. A lot of you would know this, and he is worth around $60. This is one of the more unique stormtroopers that LEGO has ever made, and it's a huge shame that he's worth this much, because this looks like a minifigure that would be so awesome to have an army of. It's such a shame that LEGO never released him ever again. It's a possibility that they might release him ever again, but I highly doubt that, as it doesn't seem like LEGO is going to put out any more solo sets anytime soon. And even if they do, they'd probably update this minifigure, so this guy is probably going to stay exclusive to that TIE Fighter, and he has racked up quite the price. Once again, he's a very unique minifigure, and a lot of people want to get their hands on him. So at the number 1 spot, we have the light-up lightsaber Darth Vader, which isn't that huge of a shock. I will say, mine sadly isn't in absolutely mint condition, but he's still in good condition. You know, the battery works, and overall, visually he looks pretty good. So normally this minifigure is valued at around $115. I'm going to say mine's like around $100 to $105-ish. And this is probably the single most unique minifigure in my collection, as, you know, he has a flashlight in him, essentially. Now, I'm not going to show how the lightsaber lights up in this video because I do want to preserve the battery, but in my review of that TIE Fighter, which I made a while back, I did show how that lightsaber looks when it's lit up in the dark. So if you want to see that, go check that out. Now, with that, everyone, that is my top 5 most expensive minifigures. I know they're not like the most rare collectible ones, but over my 4 or 5 years of collecting, I have managed to pick up a few pricey ones here and there, which I'm very happy about. And with that, we're going to look at the complete opposite spectrum and take a look at my least valuable minifigures, which I should say is excluding advent calendar builds and minifigure scale builds. It's just purely minifigures, so let's get into that. Alright, so now let's get into my least valuable minifigures. My 5th least valuable minifigure is an Imperial officer crew member. This guy goes for around $270, and yeah, he just came out in a battle pack. A rather unpopular and inexpensive battle pack, so he didn't really rack up that much value. And he's also an officer, and really, aside from his helmet, there's really not much going on here, so it definitely makes sense why this guy is worth so little. Alright, so number 4 is the Battle Droid Pilot. I hope you like Battle Droids because we're going to be staying here for the rest of the list. This guy seems to be worth only a few cents less than the last minifigure. I just put $2.70. But according to Brickset, he's apparently worth just a few cents less. So I'm putting him at number 4. It's just a battle droid that looks a little different than other battle droids, and that's really why he's worth just a little bit more than other battle droids. Alright, so now we have the Black Assassin droid. This guy goes for around $2.50. And I don't really know what to say here. There's not even any exclusive printing on this guy or unique head molds. It's just a battle droid body with a little brick built head, and that's about it. At number 2, what a shocker, we have the standard battle droid with one straight arm. I think this guy has come out in over 30 sets at this point. Probably the most common Lego Star Wars minifigure. Everyone has at least 5 of them, I'd say. They're just everywhere. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. They're very massable, and, you know, it's good to have them, I suppose. They're cool, but it makes sense why they're they're not very valuable. They're approximately just around $2. So let's get into number 1. Alright, so the least valuable minifigure in my collection actually kind of surprised me. I didn't expect this. This guy's worth around $1.80, and this is the Black Medical Droid from the 2017 version of Darth Vader's transformation. I didn't expect this. This is what Brickset is telling me is my least expensive minifigure, so I'm just gonna follow that. If I'd assume why this guy's my least valuable, it's because, well, there's no demand for him, so people aren't paying high prices for him, and that's all I guess. But I guess he's my least valuable minifigure. Alright, so that's just about it. That is my 5 most valuable and 5 least valuable minifigures. I had a lot of fun researching this list. I definitely learned a little bit about my collection. I had no idea those Boba Fetts were worth as much as they were, and I had no idea that some of my other minifigures were worth as little as they did. So if you enjoyed this video, of course, maybe consider leaving a like, maybe subscribing. I also have a weird second channel which I just created. I don't know what I'm doing over there, but it is there. Though I don't know if you should go there. Alright, bye.